Don't be fooled by the internet.
Prince said, don't be fooled by the internet. Paul said, but now that you know God, or rather known by God, how is it that you are turning back to those weak and miserable forces? Do you wish to be enslaved by them all over again? Galatians 4:9. Paul says now that you have a better understanding of this world. Why are you fooled and going back to it?
It's cool. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you.
Prince said, it's cool to get on the computer, but do not let the computer get on you. My prayer is not that you take them out of the world, but that you protect them from the evil one. John 17:15. Although these are Jesus' words, Paul certainly followed them, which will be evident in the next passage. Do not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of the mind. Romans 12:2.
There is a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. And the prize is the soul. So, just be careful. Be very careful. Thank you.
Prince says there is a war going on. The battlefield is in the mind, and the prize is the soul. So let's be careful. Let's be careful. Be very careful. Paul says, I beg you that when I come, I may not have to be as bold as I expect to be towards some people who think that we live by the standards of this world. For though we live in the world, we do not wage war as world does. The weapons we fight with are not the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine powers to demolish strongholds. We demolish arguments and every pretense that sets itself against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. That's 2 Corinthians 10:3-5. Here's a picture for the voice. Well, as you see, Prince has some very profound words. One could say prophetic, since it was 1999. He took his time to choose his words carefully. He communicated a just sentiment and qualified it at the end by stating, be careful, very careful. He had foreseen the power it could have over people. Paul, as well as seen in his days, the elements that could hold his people in bondage, expressing to them there is no need anymore to be enslaved. The renewing of the mind is key. Prince knew the battlefield and warned to be careful. Paul said that the renewing of the mind is key to not being enslaved. Through God, we have many things at our disposal to combat them. Yes, we are to live in the world. But as Prince said, be careful, very careful. Also, read Paul's take on the battlefield in Ephesians 6:10-17. Thank you for listening to my thoughts. I have a few media pages. Please visit my websites, My Theology of One, my Instagram and YouTube sites. Links on the next page. Thank you.